and it's finally happening. Katie Taylor will fight in Ireland on May 20th. We have two press conferences here today, one to talk about the first announcements and the segments of what will be a tremendous undercard on a very, very important night, and then of course the second press conference between Katie Taylor and Chantelle Cameron. A real mix of talent and big fights up here, World Championship fights as well, young Irish talent that has huge future here as well, World Championship matchups across female and male boxing as well. And we're going to speak to a number of those fighters up here today. And Thomas, I'll start with you. Obviously, everybody's always said, when Katie Taylor fights in Dublin, make sure I get on the card. It's been talked about for a long time. It's finally happening. May 20th, you will fight on the Katie Taylor undercard in Dublin. Just a massive moment for yourself and Irish sport.
Yeah, absolutely massive, you know, so a big thank you. It's great to be part of such a massive event so early on in my career, you know, 4 fights on. I never thought I'd be at a stage where I'd be fighting on events like this, let alone events like this in Dublin. So looking forward to a massive night here in Dublin and a massive week. I think fight week is going to be hectic, you know.
Obviously your own career is progressing nicely as well, boxed on some big shows, but nothing quite like fighting at home and nothing quite like fighting on a card like this.
No, I've fought on some massive shows, you know, I'm very grateful I've fought on some massive shows so far, but none of them even come close to this, you know. This is crazy, and I think it'll be a long time before I find another show even close to this, you know.
And finally, talks for you of stepping up, perhaps an Irish heavyweight title on the card. That's what you want on May 20th.
Yeah, I'd like to fight. I would like to have some sort of a fight with substance to it, you know. I don't want to bring in somebody I'm expected to beat. I'd like a really good fight and hopefully a title fight, Celtic or Irish title, if anybody's eligible and anybody wants to take it, you know.
Well, we look forward to seeing you and your fans making plenty of noise at the 3 Arena. Just to talk about these fights, of course, the IBO light middleweight championship, super welterweight championship is called now. Tremendous fight between Dennis Hogan, the reigning champion, and JJ Metcalf as well. For Hogan, the first time that he would fight in Ireland, obviously lives in Australia now, saw him in a great fight with Sam Egginton recently, and if you've seen JJ Metcalf fight as well, Kid Shamrock, get ready for an absolute war between those two. Gary Cully, on my end, for me, the best young prospect, if you like, and I think prospect is a word we can't really use anymore, because he is already at world level, ready to progress now, and ready to put himself in position to fight for the world lightweight title. And Terri Harper, to my left, 2-division world champion in a massive fight with Cecilia Brackhouse on the card as well, and just got confirmed just a few moments ago before the press conference. We are delighted to announce that Ellie Scotney will also be on the card, fighting Shanika Johnson, the reigning IBF Super Bantamweight world champion. She will get her shot at the world title as well, and plenty of other Irish talent to be announced on the card. But JJ, we'll start with you. A fight with you and Dennis Hogan is just a fight that can only be fireworks. Two fighters that love to come forward, and your rise over the last year has been incredible, and a massive fight in Dublin.
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank yourself and Matchroom for, you know, I asked for this fight and you've delivered it to me, so I'm just grateful for that. And yeah, it's going to be a great fight, and a fight that I believe I'm going to win. This time last year, I was going to call it a day. I was told by people close to me to, you know, just leave it at that now, and, you know, I'm grateful that I never really.
Yeah, it's an incredible turnaround, obviously a huge victory in Spain for you as well, victory in Leeds as well. You're very well ranked now in the world, looking to close in on a world title shot. It's an IBO version of that title. We know there are bigger belts to win as well, but certainly a piece of that world championship in your weight class as well. And looking at Hogan, just a great style for you as well. And of course, fighting an Irishman, but deep Irish roots within the family as well.
Yeah, you know, he keeps talking about it's Irish and English, but, you know, I grew up with all my family, all Irish, and, you know, I believe I'm a part of me is Irish, so I don't think it's going to be that sort of factor, but I'm really looking forward to it, and, you know, I believe I'm going to win the fight and see what comes after that.
And finally, obviously, we know that Katie Taylor, Chantelle Cameron, great fight, but 9,000 in the 3 Arena, it's going to be full up, it's going to be crazy, it's going to be an atmosphere to remember.
Oh, it's going to be unbelievable. It's one of the biggest Irish events in boxing history, and, you know, I'm grateful to be part of it.
Look forward to that fight. Dennis Hogan against JJ Metcalf for the IBO World title. Terri, let's go to you. You've definitely been one of the most patient fighters over the last couple of months, because it's just been disappointment after disappointment with dates moving back. You were set for April 29 in Sheffield. We know Dalton Smith got injured. The messages were coming through from yourself and Steffi, and delighted to get this one over the line for you. That weight is worthwhile. You against Cecilia Brackhouse, tremendous fight, and to do it on such an important night. I guess not just for women's boxing as well, but for boxing in general.
Yeah, definitely, it's worth the wait, like you said. And if I was given the option of a card that I wanted to be part of this year, I would have definitely chosen this one. So I feel like everything happens for a reason, and now I've got the opportunity to be on such a great historic card, and it's my chance to go out there and show everyone what I can do.
Obviously won that world title from Hannah Rankin. Cecilia Brackhouse just levels above Hannah Rankin, you know, former undisputed champion. The first lady of boxing is the nickname, and been around for a long time, beating so many great competitors. A very tough fight for you as well, and against someone, you know, a career welterweight, but moving up to 154. Again, yourself moving up from super featherweight, where you won a world championship, but settling nice into that weight division now.
Yeah, when obviously becoming world champion again against Hannah, for me then I wanted to become undisputed, but for things out of our control, that fight hasn't materialised, and I said to Andrew I want the next best fight possible up at this weight, and Cecilia wanted another roll of the dice, and I'm very grateful that she's given me the opportunity to share the ring with her, and I kind of think, what does she see a weakness, and why she allowed me to have the fight with her, but I'm just excited, and like you said, Cecilia's got a lot of experience, but I feel like this is a bit of a passing of the baton, similar to when I fought Eva Wallström back in 2020, and I just really got to capitalise on my youth and use that as my advantage.
And I have to ask you, I know it's Ireland versus England in the main event, but just a great fight. I know that in boxing particularly, everybody thinks this is just such a tremendous fight between Katie Taylor and Chantelle Cameron. You know, it's been talked about for a long time. Some people felt that it wouldn't happen, but just how excited are you for that fight? And I guess a pick if you want.
Yeah, I'm buzzing. We were going to come over as fans, so you've saved me some money on the ticket, plane tickets and hotel prices. But yeah, it's a great fight, and I feel like it's probably a better fight than the Amanda Serrano and Katie. But for me, I'm a very big Katie fan. I have been from the start, so I got to back Katie all the way.
Okay, wise choice in Dublin. Gary, welcome, mate. It's been a great couple of months for you since we teamed up, and timing couldn't be better, really. To think that when we spoke, you know, we always had the dream of you returning back to Ireland and headlining your own right in time to come. But just a huge night for you. Co-main event's going to be a big fight that we'll be announcing over the next couple of days. What an opportunity for you to fight in Ireland in what will be a crazy night.
Yeah, I just want to start out by giving a massive shout out to Katie. She's been leading the way for us for a long time and creating opportunities not only for myself but Thomas on the card as well and other Irish fighters, and yeah, she deserves massive respect, so big shout out to her, and also to yourself at Matchroom Boxing. We didn't see any other promoters. We've been starved of this for 15 years. I remember being a kid coming to the Point Depot and watching Bernard Dunn fight, and we've been starved of it ever since. The Irish fans have been, and you're the promoter to come back and to give us big time boxing back in Dublin, so thank you. And yeah, it's going to be a special night for me, for my friends, for my family, and for my career as well. I'm going from strength to strength. I'm gaining lots of momentum, and I'm excited to put in a big performance on May 20th in front of my home fans.
You've had a tremendous run, those 3 fights, all big nights as well, obviously starting with the Miguel Vasquez victory. Sort of eased through those 3 fights, but I know yourself, your training team, everybody ready for that big step up on May 20th.
Yeah, and I've been kind of getting a little bit annoyed, I suppose, people saying easy work all the time, and my preparation is nothing but easy. I put in hard hours, hard graft in the gym, and that's what makes the performances look so good and the fights look so easy. But look, I've been going through the levels, stepping up in levels, and I've been going through them quite effortlessly, I suppose, yeah, on the night. But I'm ready to step up now. I'm ready for some big fights, and I'm ready to really experience this atmosphere on May 20th as well, first and foremost, and I believe that I've got a job to do on May 20th, is to have the Tree Arena on wheels by the time Katie walks to the ring, and that's my plan to do that as well. So yeah, expect a big performance coming on May 20th.
Obviously, you know your people here, you know the support for Irish boxing as well, but talk about that atmosphere that you expect on the night, and obviously such a great platform for yourself to go on and become a regular headline act at the 3 Arena and beyond as well, but an unbelievable atmosphere and where you want to be, topping bills at that venue.
100%, and when you say unbelievable, I really believe it is going to be unbelievable. No sort of thing that you can imagine is going to come close. I've been in the 3 Arena a couple of times and I've witnessed the atmosphere there, but because we've been starved of this for so long, I believe it's going to be extra, it's going to be multiplied by 10, and it's going to be a special night in there. And like you said, I want to come back towards the end of the year, headline my own shows, start selling out my own arenas in there, my own shows in that arena as well. So yeah, it's a big step up for me. It's there's a bit of pressure on my shoulders, a bit of expectation on myself, but I'm looking forward to, like I said, putting in a big performance and yeah, getting the Irish fans to get behind me as well.
Well, absolutely. Gary Cully, who I believe is one of the huge futures of Irish boxing, looking for a big performance on May 20th. So the first few fights announced for the card, plenty more to come as well. As we said, Thomas Carty looking to become the Irish heavyweight champion on May 20th. JJ Metcalf taking on Dennis Hogan for the IBO Super Welterweight Championship. Tremendous fight with Terri Harper against Cecilia Brackhouse for the WBA Light Middleweight Championship of the world. Gary Cully as well, fight announced shortly, and Ellie Scottney as well will challenge for the IBF Super Bantamweight World Championship against Australia's Shanika Johnson. Plenty more to be announced on what will be a sensational night, May 20th, 3 Arena, live on DAZN around the world. We're going to have a quick photo up here, and then we'll continue with part 2 of our press.